All right, now I'm back, family in the faith. This is going to be part 7, spiritual contamination. Okay. Of course, most of you should know that anytime something is contaminating you, it's making you sick, or it's causing your house to be sick, or whatever it is, it's a foreign object and it's causing filth, a stench. It's whatever it can make you. It's just not right to be in your life as a believer. Okay. And listen, I'm not making this message to bash any witch, to bash anybody who is a pagan. If you believe in that stuff, this one witch, she contacted me a few years ago, and she was saying that she didn't like us all Christians and all this kind of stuff. But I already had explained that I don't even consider myself as a Christian in that sense of the word, because everybody considers themselves as Christians. I mean, you got people that are murderers and they'll tell you they're a Christian. You got people in the mafia, they'll tell you they're a Christian. So I just try to say what the word says. The word of Yahweh says that we are his children, that we are his people, we are his sons and his daughters, and that we are a family and we are all one in Yahweh Shai. In the English, it's called, his name is Christ, which really just means the anointed one. Okay, so therefore, if you come across this message and you hear this message and you get angry, well, maybe the reason why you're getting angry is because the truth is piercing your heart, and that's why you're angry. Okay, but as far as God's people is concerned, it is our responsibility to tell the truth about what is going on in our lives so that we can be set free. And whatever you may think about me, I love my people, and I want to see my people set free. And it's up to them if they want to be set free. But I must share the word. So anyways, you're going to see pictures of I know pagans, and they still do believe in this. When you look at television, they don't believe in wearing no clothes. They don't wear nothing. We went to the Natural History Museum. I think it's been about a year or so ago, me and my husband, and we saw the exposition of Cleopatra, and you're going to see some images of a woman naked, a man naked. I don't know, these people didn't believe in wearing clothes. And I noticed also these people are really huge. It's interesting because, were they really, I really believe some of them were that big. You're going to see pictures of dolls. You're going to see pictures of caucus dolls. You're going to see pictures of Hebrew Israelite, black dolls, dolls of color, different shades and different colors and images. So I'm going to get right to it, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about the history of dolls, okay? It says back then, dolls were believed to bring good luck to their owners, to make livestock give more milk, help win wars, and heal the sick. Only witch doctors or medicine men were allowed to handle them. So in actuality, at one point in time, they were not toys. Because if they were toys, then the witch doctors and the medicine men were the only ones who had them, not children. And then it says here, the dictionary defines a doll as a small, carved, molded figure which served as a cult object or representation of a nursery story, cartoon, or puppet character. Both World Book and Britannica points out that dolls were buried with people who were supposed to be friends and servants in the spirit world. That doesn't sound like that was supposed to really be a toy. Okay, Roman and Greek girls, in preparation for marriage, would leave their dolls on the altar of the temples of Artemis and Diana to this day. Now, this is to this day, okay? Multitude of idols, and that's demons, really, that are attached to these dolls, which are really idols, use dolls in pagan religious ceremonies. Now, the word doll is spelled D-O-L-L-S. The word idol is spelled I-D-O-L. It's only missing an L. But you know what I think they're saying? You know what why they got the I there? I believe they have the I there because it's saying this. They're saying this is my idol. This is my demon. Okay. Even I've heard the celebrities say, yeah, well, that such and such is battling their demons. And at first, I thought that was just a term they were using, but they're serious. These celebrities, some of these people, those demons are trying to drive them crazy. I know for a fact, I have some neighbors. This guy that lived next door to me, he's got demons. The stuff that they do, there's no way you can tell me that they don't have evil spirits. But I don't want to go too much into them right now. I'm going to go back into some of the things I've seen them and I hear them doing as well. But anyways, yeah, you're going to see here where I'm showing you dolls. People, this some of these dolls you're going to see is where I went to the thrift shop one day and I took these pictures of them. Now these were people who were cleaning out their closets. Maybe their mother or father, their family died, and they donated all this stuff to the Salvation Army. And some of these dolls are worth quite a bit of money, but they're nothing but idols. We are supposed to destroy them, okay? They're nothing but demons attached to them. The Bible says that we're supposed to hold up holy hands, hands that are pure. But you have some people's hands who are totally dedicated to Satan. They are totally dedicated when they're making these dolls, even when they're making the toys, everything. These people serve Satan, okay? And I want to tell you something. An idol is just not a doll. I'm just trying to point out to you how they tricked us, how the spirit of witchcraft has tricked the people of God, people of Yahweh, how they made us believe that this was really a doll. But I tell you, one time, I remember my daughter had this doll, but I did end up throwing that doll. I cut it up and I threw it away. My mother-in-law, which is still wicked, she was wicked then and she's still living, so that's why I said she's still wicked. And she had gave my daughter a doll. They had went to Jamaica, but she bought back this doll, but the doll had two heads on it. And you could turn it one way and the doll would have its nightgown on, and you could turn it the other way and it would have its clothes on the day. And even I told my former husband at that time, I said, you know what, I don't like this doll, but my daughter liked the doll. But my mother-in-law at that time, she was using voodoo on my daughter. She was using voodoo on me and my family. I mean, I'm not going to go into everything, but I found out later that she was using voodoo because my daughter had told me some stuff. She had an altar in her thing. She was teaching my oldest daughter how to do this. And my daughter to this day, her mind is messed up. She, what I'm saying, she's not right in her mind. And I love her so much and I pray for her all the time. But my former mother-in-law had a lot to do with that, and that's why I'm against witchcraft. I don't come telling me anything about no white magic and all that bull crap. I don't want to hear none of that stuff. That stuff messes people's minds up and it sends them on a track somewhere else. But this doll I'm gonna show you right here, she doesn't have no mouth here, and this is one of the dolls. I had these dolls in my own. My husband made a little ledge for me, a little shelf, and I had my books on there, but I would put my little dolls around the shelf. And this particular doll right here, she I would feel that doll was watching me. I really would. And so when we moved to the place we're living at now, I just one day I left the room and I came back in the room and I kept saying, it feels like somebody's watching me. And the Holy Spirit said, yeah, those dolls are watching you. Those witches people are looking at you through those dolls. And so I took those dolls and I cut them up, okay? I cut the dolls up, okay? You can see different types. My daughter gave me this doll right here. This is Angelica. I was in the hospital one time. She gave me that doll. Then they hear this doll here. She had angel wings on her. And, I cut the wings off, but it didn't make any difference, it didn't make any difference. And then this is a doll my husband had. Somebody gave him as a gift. This is a little usher girl because he was the head usher at a church that we were going to, Gumby. He's a doll. He's still a doll. It's an idol. Even my little prayer girl, is still really a doll. It's an idol. So I had to get rid of her, Idols are in many, many things, the ancient Mima, this was an idol. Really, this is a spirit of oppression here, because this really reminds us of how our ancestors were taken advantage of, how, black people had to clean white people's houses for nothing, had to cook for them for nothing. But it's funny how they have a damn cooking show on every channel now. So I guess all of a sudden they know how to cook again, idols can be pins. Some of these pins here, I went through my husband's jewelry box, and I got rid of these pins. I destroyed them. And remember this slogan, what would Jesus do? And here's Satan's faces. Here's that Baphomet face right here. They have it in this organization I used to give to the Jewish Voice. And here it is on Starbucks. Okay, this is a car, because my husband collect model cars and stuff. But anyways, here's the face here on the car. There it's just everywhere. And then this was on a DVD that we had gotten from Southwest Radio Ministries, I think, and it's called Radical Rulers. But here's that Baphomet face on there. Now, I'm not saying that the people who are selling these CDs and these DVDs know this, but I'm sure some of them do. And then here's Michael Kors. He's a symbol of Michael Kors. See, I'm going to tell you a little bit about that circle with the emblem in them. That's witchcraft. That is plainly and blatantly witchcraft. I had to destroy that shirt. Here I have, this was a purse, a jean purse. I had got it for a sewing purse, to put my stuff in. It's a Palos Verdes, and it says state of California. But then when I found out a few months ago, well, Kali is an entity. That's an evil spirit. That's a woman. And her name is, her original name is Kali. Is spelled Kalli, Kali with a K. But, they changed, and her name was also Khalifa. Okay, and then they spelled it here, and you would hear people back in the southern people, they would say, California, they would speak like that. But then here, when you look over here, it says fornia. Well, that's fornication, okay, but they hid it, and then even the L and the A, Los Angeles, the lost angels, the fallen angels, okay. This is the plot of the earth that they picked out, or that their children dedicated to them. I'll get back into that in another message, but I just want to stick with, what I'm saying here. You see a pin here where this, because I love wearing barrettes in my hair, but this was a cross. At this time, I did not realize that it was it meant death. I had destroyed some crosses, but actuality, I had stopped wearing this, to be honest. I had stopped wearing it, but I was going to destroy it. But like I say, I had got passive in doing this, getting rid of this stuff. And what happened was my prayer started becoming hindered. And that's why I had to, stop what I was doing and had to go and, destroy this stuff. Here you will see where I've destroyed. I have cut it up. All these things, I cut them up. There was an oil here. This has witch writing on it. I did much research, and I finally found it in a movie that I saw called, what is the name of that movie? I'll put the DVD on the screen. You'll see it, And this right here is a wreath. It's symbolic of a woman's vaginal, okay, of a man entering in. So listen, I'm going to stop right here because I want to keep these videos as short as possible, and I'm going to come back with contamination, spiritual contamination part 7. All right, I love you so much. Talk to you later.